Hey guys, in this video we're going to be doing a comparison between the Nexus 7 and the iPad mini. The brand new updated 2013 Nexus 7 promises a better screen and better specs. So to start this off, the Nexus 7 has a 7-inch 1920 by 1200, which means it's full HD at 323 pixels per inch. It has a 1.5 GHz quad-core CPU. And comparing those specs to the iPad mini, which is almost a year old, it has a 7.9-inch 1024 by 768 display. It also has a dual-core 1 GHz processor, which is an Apple A5 chip, so the specs are definitely very different. The Nexus 7 absolutely kills the iPad mini on the display side of things, and that is one of the biggest reasons people would upgrade from the 2012 Nexus 7 is the display. It's just mind-blowingly beautiful, it's crisp, it looks good, it has good colors and deep blacks, and it just looks great compared to the outdated iPad mini. So besides the actual look of these devices, the design of them are actually very similar. They both have 7-inch displays. The iPad mini is almost 8 inches. They're very thin, very lightweight, and they both fit in the palm of your hands, and they definitely look really cool. You can of course get the iPad mini in black and white. Right now the Nexus 7 is only available in this nice black look. It kind of just looks really nice. Running a few benchmarks on both of these devices, you can tell that the Nexus 7 just kills the iPad mini. There's almost no competition, but again, the Nexus 7 is almost a year newer than this iPad mini. When the new iPad mini comes out in the fall period, I'll definitely update this and have a new comparison between that device. Obviously, both of these run different operating systems and they definitely have different user interfaces. The Nexus 7 is on Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, and the iPad mini is running iOS 6. iOS 7 is announced, but it's not fair to compare a beta to an actual stock version of Android, so I didn't do any comparisons with iOS 7. You'll also get differences in screen real estate. Since you get an extra 0.9 inches of screen on the iPad mini, things tend to look slightly different. For instance, when browsing the web, things seem to just fit a little bit better on the iPad mini because of that extra 0.9 inches that you get. On the Nexus 7, things are kind of narrow. It seems like the whole web is not there, even though it is. Things seem to just fit a little bit better on the iPad mini. Another huge difference between the software on these devices is the camera features. Now, they both have cameras on the front and back, which are exactly the same in specs, but the iPad mini has just basically no camera software at all. You can take a picture, you can turn on a grid, and the Nexus 7 just blows it out of the water. It has really good camera software. You can change and tweak settings to your liking, and of course you can obviously take the pictures on the front and rear cameras, and you can also take video. Another thing that Google is proud about is their stereo speakers, which they say offers full surround sound support, and honestly the surround sound isn't that good, and honestly the speakers aren't really that good, in my opinion at least. They're clear, you can hear them, but they're on the back of the device and they just get muffled easily. And the iPad mini is no exception. You can easily cover those stereo speakers up with your hand when you're holding it, and they honestly need to just find a better way to do speakers and take some cues from the HTC One, at least in my opinion. So now the number one question comes down to, which device should I get? Well, if you like Android, then you should get the Nexus 7. If you like Apple and their iOS system, then you should get the iPad mini. But honestly, you should wait until the iPad mini 2 comes out. Hopefully it has a Retina display inside of it, and then it will be a little bit easier to compare both of these devices to see which one you should pick up. Anyways, guys, I want to know what you think. Definitely be sure to leave a comment down in the section below telling me which device you prefer over the other. And I'll also leave a link to both of these devices in the description down below that like button. Anyways, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.